So the way we start these interviews off, I ask if you could give me your name and where you're from.
I'm Suzanne Jones, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, if you could please tell me about yourself.
In 2006, I was diagnosed with a very rare cancer. After being misdiagnosed several times and given an abundance of toxic chemicals to try to take for all of these things that they thought may have been wrong with me. And then I had found out exactly in 2006, I found out exactly in 2006 what the problem truly was. And at that point I had weighed 73 pounds, and I was not in good shape at 73 pounds. I'm supposed to be about 106 pounds. I've gone from the 73 pounds in 06 up to today, a happier, healthier, mid to high 90s.
What were your symptoms?
I was unable to maintain any weight. I could not keep any food in my system. I had nothing in my system that would stay long enough to give my body any nourishment whatsoever. I've never felt hunger. I always felt sorry for my friends who would say, my stomach is killing me, I'm starving. You know, that hurts. I felt sorry for my friends. I thought that was horrible to hurt because you were hungry. I've never experienced that. That's why it's possible that I may have been born with this, because all of my life I knew to eat because my mother made breakfast, my mother made lunch, my mother made supper. I was fed, I was a child. Well, as I grew up, I never noticed that I wasn't getting that trigger to tell me that my body needs nourishment. I don't have a hunger mechanism that kicks in. And it was because of the cancer.
So you went to the emergency room?
Went to the emergency room, and they had done some blood tests, and then the lady came out. A little card of an oncologist's name. And I knew right then what was wrong. I knew what was wrong before I had gone in there, but that just confirmed it. I couldn't get anyone to listen to me, but finally that one lady listened, and she did one simple blood test, and she found exactly what was wrong with me. It's a very rare cancer.
What is this called?
It's called systemic mastocytosis.
How does that affect your body?
Okay, it's really rare, so it's supposed to be a skin cancer, a mastocytosis. However, mine's even more than that because it's a systemic mastocytosis, meaning it's inside of my system, throughout my entire body, through your soft red tissues and inside of your bone marrow. Just like leukemia, but it's not leukemia. It cannot be treated like leukemia can. There's no cure for this. There's no medications to try to better or kill off the cancer. There's only medical toxins that they give to me to try to alleviate the symptoms that I have to live with. But see, these toxins that they're giving me, their pills, their medications, are making me more sick than just the cancer and the symptoms and everything all by themselves. The things they're trying to give me to make it better is actually making it worse. Normal people's cells flow through your body and they die off as they move on like they're supposed to. Mine gain momentum. They grow and they build, and the level gets so high that it will give me a severe sinus infection, and it's scary because you think that you're dying. It's that bad. It's that scary. It's your head. You're swollen. You think, oh, this is the day. This is where I'm going. It's actually that bad. It's painful. It's scary.
Tell me some of the medicines that you've been on.
Oh, there's a wide list of medications that I've been on. I've had Neurontin, clonazepam, cromolyn, naproxen, ranitidine, amitriptyline, Xanax, OxyContin. Very bad on my system. Vicodin, Percocet, Seroquel, Effexor, mirtazapine, oxyprozin, Celexa, Scalaxin, Lexapro, Zyprexa, Wellbutrin, Cymbalta, cyclobenzaprine, atropine, promethazine, tramadol, Lomotil, which the last few of them were for, stomach symptoms. However, taking those medications had caused me to go further downhill because my allergens can't handle the toxins that's in these man-made chemicals. It's too invasive for my system.
So everything the physicians were doing was just making you worse.
Absolutely.
Well, tell me, how did you find out that cannabis could provide any benefit to you?
I had a friend suggest it. I had heard things, and so I tried that, and much to my surprise, there was hunger. There was a strange feeling in my stomach. It was hunger. I ate, and that food stayed in my body longer than it ever had, and I actually kept it in me long enough to gain some nourishment and nutrients that I was so needing. And no one would listen to me. They said, well, your head must be sick if you've got all these problems. They told me that when I had pain everywhere. Well, it's fibromyalgia, and it's kind of, it's a word we use to call something that we don't exactly know why or what. This is what we're calling it. So I was given 11 different narcotics at one time. I was getting up at 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know if you can see any of these, but I was baking cookies out of my mind on all of these chemicals that I was getting. And I have permanent scars. I was up cooking and burning my arms until my husband had to go to the doctor with me and say, look, all of these narcotics, she can't function. I don't know. I can't sleep at night anymore because I don't know if she's going to get up out of bed and walk out in the middle of the street and get hit by a car. If she's going to burn the house down cooking, she's out of her mind on these toxic chemicals.
What would it mean to you if cannabis was legal in the state of Missouri for medical purposes?
Oh, if that could happen, I could stop taking pain pills that I have to take, which right now I'm on Percocet. That's the pain pill with the least amount of problems that I can live with. I still itch, but not like with Vicodin. With Vicodin, I scratched until I literally had bloody scratch. It itched so bad that I was tearing up my skin. My body couldn't handle that, and it made me sick to my stomach.
You don't want to be on prescription drugs.
I do not want all these toxic chemicals. Cannabis is a natural grown substance, like a blade of grass in my front yard. It's all natural, no toxins, no chemicals. I'm a good Christian person. We're a good, decent, normal family. We run our lives, like any other decent, normal family. The only thing is that I have to feel like I'm a criminal. I have to feel like I'm a bad person. My children have had to watch me cry and crawl around on my hands and knees, throwing up and other things all over myself in the bathroom because I can't function because of all the chemicals I've got. It's been hard on my entire family to watch me go through this. It's affected everyone I know and everyone that I'm related to. They've all had to live it with me.
You were sick this morning before I came.
I was sick this very morning because I did not want to medicate before we did this interview.
I'm sorry.
It's cannabis. It is a serious medication. There are sick people out there who are as sick as me. There are people out there who are more sick than I. And unfortunately, a lot of people are never going to get to know if they can benefit from that or not, because a lot of people are too afraid to be thrown in jail with the murderers and all. I can't afford to live in fear like that. I have got to medicate myself, and I've got to figure out how to survive by myself pretty much at this point, because my government won't stand behind me and help me with this.
I think you did a fine job. Thank you so much. I appreciate it very
I
much.
hope I didn't stammer and...
You did fine. You did very fine.
You think there's something you